My favorite pieces in the dining room are the crystal chandeliers by Loli Meloni. They're an Italian lighting company based in Milan, Italy. To give the home a little bit more glam and pizzazz, I needed to get some crystal chandeliers to put in the dining room. What I didn't like about most chandeliers is they're a little bit too uniform. With these, you can see the curves and the waves and the draping, and it makes it very different. Design tip number 1, do not just stick to recessed lights. They make you look like raccoons. Chandeliers make you look way more beautiful because it's an inbound light. There's nothing more sophisticated and glamorous than crystal lighting in your dining room.
Before we even closed on the apartment, I found this insane chandelier, and it totally anchors the entire apartment. It's visible from virtually every area of the home. It's almost as if the space and the chandelier were made for each other.
When you think about Hawaiian life, you generally think about living in nature and outdoors. Here, our challenge was to make sure that you felt the true nature of Hawaii, but still living in a penthouse. Off the great room is the kitchen and dining room. Honolulu is an international town, and that inspired the design of this area. We have a circular table with a lazy Susan that sits 12 to 14 people, but the main element, of course, in this room is the chandelier, evoking a tropical rainstorm floating above the Pacific.
The part of the house that we're in now, which is the dining room, was an addition put on by the present owner. One of the great features about this room are the amazing floor-to-ceiling windows that let you see Joshua trees from every angle. And just above the dining room table, there's an installation that could have come straight out of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. A lot of the items you see here were bought at the Hudson Street Market in New York, so he brought his New York sensibility out west. The greatest thing about this chandelier is the artistry behind it. Modern meets historic.
And another way that I took advantage of the high ceilings is I hung this amazing antique chandelier. So my client is the jumping off point, but then I bring things into the environment that I am inspired by. And so I paired the antique chandelier with the mid-century modern tables. And I consider this fearless mixing of contemporary and traditional elements with a burst of color my signature style.
In the dining room, I started with a chandelier by Studio Drift, and it's called Fragile Future. And the reason it's called that is it's dandelions glued to LED bulbs. And with one big sneeze, it probably could go away. But one of the things that I did when I got this apartment was I waited to install that after I had designed and had the table made to protect it.
So this was the aviary, and with the high ceilings, the great old light fixture, which we have seen in the old pictures, and the space in here, it just feels wonderful. I can just picture John Barrymore sitting here next to the fireplace, enjoying his birds. This is an old space with a very new twist. So we are in this beautiful octagonal room, and right in the middle of the ceiling is a chandelier that was installed in 1926. It is gorgeous. I think this is a room where you could entertain, you can have a business meeting. It has the beautiful dental molding. It has all of these French windows. So you can open these French windows and have the luxurious smell of these flowers breezing through the room to the other side. This room is really elegant, and I can just picture them all here in the 20s and 30s drinking their champagne and really enjoying this room.
This home belongs to world-renowned fashion designers Donald and Lisa Pliner. It's set behind guarded gates, nestled in the Santa Monica Mountains, surrounded by magnificent vistas.
As you step in, you'll be mesmerized by the soaring ceiling heights and Mediterranean opulence. The ceiling heights of this foyer define the grand scale and stature of this Mediterranean estate. Full of chic style and fashionable finishes, the home has been remodeled with Moroccan and Balinese personality.
This craftsman-style estate was built in 2017 in one of LA's most prestigious neighborhoods. But when I did my walkthrough a year ago, I thought it was a little too vanilla. To give the home a little bit more Rhinestone glam, I needed to find some crystal chandeliers that were not tacky but still had that sophisticated look. The way they drape and cascade is a little different to what we're used to. So when I design for my clients, I always make sure that I'm accommodating all people in the home. And nothing feels better than chandelier lighting.
Now that is truly the best of the best. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. New content is just a click away. Thanks for watching.